Time for the first contest of the fall, Comstock and Bloomingdale in soccer action. Comstock last season, they went 19-3, one of the best seasons in program history. They got to the regional semifinal and were knocked out there by Gross Eel. On the other side, Bloomingdale, a young squad trying to build for the future. They had a 4-13 season last year, coached by Mark Case. Starters for Bloomingdale, they'll be running a 4-3-3 for this contest. Their defenders are Miguel Marin, Izquiel Isidoro, Ricardo Sesteda, and Nick Weldon. Midfielders, Timothy Warden, Gustavo Silva, and Jeremy Bermel. Forwards, Rodrigo Salazar, Carlos Garcia, and Caleb Harris. And in net is Gabriel Perez. Perez is a sophomore. Most notable returner for Bloomingdale is Warden. He's one of the few seniors on the team. In fact, one of two in the other one. Eduardo Cedano is unavailable for this game. Warden, an honorable mention, all SAC selection last year, although they're not in the SAC anymore. This is the first year of the Southwest 10 Conference, which Bloomingdale is a new member of, although for soccer they only have 6 teams in the Southwest 10. They have 10 for everything else, just about. Meanwhile, for Comstock, they are coached by Justin Ansel. They'll be running a 4-2-3-1 formation. Their defenders are Kyle Moore, Victor Placencia, Brandon Willis, and Marcus Cannon. Defensive midfielders are David Thomas and Eric Miller. Regular midfielders Zach Tauby, Seth Ansel, and Fernando Placencia. Forward will be Evan Veenhuis, and in net for them is Logan Hicks, and he is a freshman getting his first start in net. There are 2 goalkeepers on the roster, both freshmen, as they graduate. Mason House, who was an all-state honorable mention selection last year for the Colts. They also lost their top scorer, Mubarak Hassan, who had 59 goals, a school record last year, and was a third-team all-state selection. They'll have to replace that offensive production. And that production was a big reason why they dominated Bloomingdale last season when they met. The final score in last year's game was 10-2. Hassan had 4 goals that day. Veenhuis had 3. Bloomingdale's never beaten Comstock, although they usually have had more competitive games than last year's. 2 seasons ago, 5-2 was the final. In 2014, it was 2-1, and in 2013, the final score was 6-3. Comstock wearing white tops, black shorts with the Carolina blue trim for the numbers on the front and back. Comstock written on the chest above the numbers. White socks for them. And their goalkeeper wearing a combination of that Carolina blue and highlighter green. On the other side, Bloomingdale, they're in the all red with white striping on the shoulders and down the sides. Number on the shorts in the front and on the back in white. And their goalkeeper is wearing a green jersey with white and black accents above his gear. Our officials clad in yellow and black for this season opening contest. Temperature in the mid-70s. Wind 10 to 15 miles per hour from Comstock High School. We've got a natural grass surface. And the coaches and players now heading back to the sideline, getting ready for the final instructions before they get their season underway. There has been one notable change for soccer this year in the state of Michigan, in that there's no more overtime, no more shootouts, at least not in the regular season. Regular season games, with the exception of any sort of conference tournament at the end of the year, any regular season game will just end after regulation. If it's still tied after the second half, it's just a tie. No overtime, no shootout, although, of course, that will come into play in the postseason. Comstock will be going right to left from our view, Bloomingdale going left to right. So we get set to get this one underway here shortly. A minute or two past 6 o'clock on this Friday evening. Jordan Slocum with you. Slocum Sports Network. If this is your first time tuning in, thanks. And if it's not your first time, well, thanks for coming back. Starting with the ball will be Bloomingdale, and getting ready to tap it in the center circle is Rodrigo Salazar. He is a sophomore, starting forward. Very young team, as mentioned. Bloomingdale only 2 seniors on the roster. Talking to Coach Mark Case, he mentioned, a lot of these guys were freshmen and sophomores last year. Had some growing pains, but these are guys who have more varsity experience than their age would normally suggest. We are underway, 40 minutes on the clock. They bring it to the near sideline. It is stolen away by Veenhuis for Comstock. And now the Colts have their first touches, but they turn it over at the near touch line. Picked up and kept in by David Thomas, but Thomas loses it out of play, so there will be a throw-in. Thomas sporting a very notable big club on his right hand and wrist. Luckily, you don't really need the hand and wrist in soccer. Knocked back out of play, and Comstock now gets possession. Wienhuis trying to break through. He charges into the box. He'll take a shot, and he'll score just like that. Evan Wienhuis, the junior captain, he had 27 goals last year, a first-team all-conference selection, and he's saying, here I am. Not even a minute into the season, Comstock has their first goal. Comes 42 seconds in. 1-0 your score. With the graduation of Mubarak Hassan, who had a school record 59 goals, we figured that Wienhuis would take an even more increased role in scoring. And so far, so good. And very quickly, Comstock has taken the ball away from Bloomingdale's. We're back in play. Seth Ansel passes ahead to the arc, feeds ahead. Placencia doesn't have it. Back out to Wienhuis. He tries a shot. That doesn't go through. Out near the arc. Bloomingdale tries to clear it out. Comstock regains possession, but then they turn it over, and Caleb Harris will send it to midfield for Bloomingdale, and it's rejected right back by Comstock. Bloomingdale able to get it past midfield, but it goes out of play. They do get the throw-in, so the Cardinals will throw it in. Getting ready to toss it in is Caleb Harris, one of their juniors, starting forward. Minute and a half in, it's already 1-0 Comstock. Off the goal by Evan Wienhuis. Bloomingdale tries to kick it ahead, about 35 yards from the net. Stolen away defensively, though, by junior Marcus Cannon. And Cannon feeds it ahead back toward the center circle for the Colts. But a big boot sends it from center all the way to the goalkeeper, Hicks, who just sends it back toward midfield for Comstock. Logan Hicks, a freshman goalkeeper, making his first ever varsity start. Comstock sends it past midfield over toward the near touch line. Wienhuis able to just keep it in play, and now he'll try a long kick ahead into the box, trying to chase it down to Seth Ansel, but diving on top of it before Ansel can get there is the keeper, Gabriel Perez. The sophomore holds the ball for the first time, and he punts it away. 1-0 Comstock over Bloomingdale. 2.5 minutes into this contest. Starting the fall season here from Comstock High. Bloomingdale loses the ball near center. Ansel tries to bring it ahead. Pass over to Eric Miller. Miller heading toward the box. Near the far corner. Light touch over into the corner. Now the cross looking for Wienhuis. He settles it down. He takes the shot and it just goes wide. Hit off the post. Great opportunity, just a little bit too far to his left. So now the goal kick coming for Perez, the sophomore keeper. 1-0 Comstock, 3 minutes in. Ball set right on the goal box, and the right-footed boot sends it all the way past midfield on the fly and untouched all the way toward the arc. And in fact, Comstock will just kick it back to their keeper, Hicks, and he'll punt it back toward the center circle. Bloomingdale with a long pass ahead. They're about 40 yards out from the net. Pass toward the arc. Loose ball. They were hoping to find Ricardo Sesteta. Comstock able to deny it. Bloomingdale gets it back. Pass toward the center circle. Nobody there. They just try to pass it backward to save possession. They do not succeed at that. And Comstock will have the throw-in. 4 minutes in, 1-0 Colts. Throw-in sends it all the way toward the box near the far corner. This is Ansel. He heads into the corner with a defender in Burmel on him. Down goes Ansel trying to hold the ball. Another defender causing some havoc, and good job by Isidoro, who was all over Ansel coming to help out Burmel. Able to send it out of play, but Comstock does have a throw-in coming for Kyle Moore. Moore, a senior, one of the team captains, first-team all-conference selection last year. Throws it all the way into the box, into the hands of the keeper who mishandles it, and we have a whistle. And it looks like a foul on Comstock. So the free kick coming for Bloomingdale. We're 5 minutes or so into this first contest of the season. 1-0 lead for Comstock. Evan Wienhuis scoring the opening goal, not even a full minute into the game. Bloomingdale sends it a long way ahead, but Comstock able to cut him off again. Ansel comes up with it for the Colts near center. Passes to his right for Eric Miller. Miller has it stolen away by Gustavo Silva. Knocked out of play at the far touchline, and Silva will have the throw in for the Cardinals. Silva's throw in is intercepted by Jeff Kost. Or excuse me, that was Brandon Willis. Willis, a junior, getting the steal for Comstock, and they take possession and send it past midfield. Comstock gets to the attacking third. Ansel, 3 defenders in front of him, passes to Wienhuis. Wienhuis trying to outrun his man. He'll get by him near the goal line, doesn't have a good look at the net. Now he gets around him in the box, trying to go through traffic. Ansel's open, and he scores. 3 or 4 defenders tried to slow down Wienhuis, and that left Seth Ansel wide open. And it's 2-0 Comstock. That goal comes with 34-16 on the clock in the first half. Ansel was 3rd on the team last year with 11 goals, and he gets his first of the year. First team all-conference selection as well for Comstock. They were impressive 19-3 last season, getting to the regional semifinal before their season was ended by Grosse Ile. So 2-0 Comstock as Bloomingdale turns it over quickly off the start. Ansel gives it to the circle for Wienhuis. Back to David Thomas. Thomas doesn't have a look forward yet, so he just passes it back. Settling it down is Victor Placencia. Gives it back to Thomas right at the center line. Now Thomas brings it forward about 10 yards. Gives it to Ansel. Ansel coming to the attacking third. Gets around a defender. Ansel trying to race into the box. He goes toward the goal box, collides with the keeper, and it's cleared out. Almost rolled into the net. It got by the keeper who collided with Ansel, and one of the defenders on the back line able to keep it out. Comstock regaining possession at the near corner. Ball is stuck in the corner. Fernando Placencia tried to wrestle it away from a Cardinal, but could not. Now Bloomingdale will throw it in. Alex Sesteta. They pass it back toward the keeper, and Perez just tries to clear it out. Comstock puts it back into the attacking third. Over to Eric Miller. Miller on the edge of the box. He has it stolen away by Gustavo Silva. Good work by Silva, but he doesn't have anybody to get the ball to, and Comstock takes it back and stays in the attacking third. 7 minutes in, Colts up 2-0. They bring it into the box. Jeremy Burmel sends it back out of the box. Rolls back towards center. Comstock regains possession, but Tim Warden able to settle it down for a moment, but then he has it taken away by Eric Miller. Comstock sends it into the box, rushing ahead. Shot from the left side, save made by Perez off the shot by Kyle Moore. Sent out toward the arc. Nice save there by Gabriel Perez, his second save of the contest. Bloomingdale able to get it all the way back to center, but it's sent back into the attacking third. Booted back to center. Now they'll try to rush ahead, but Comstock preventatively will just pass it back to their keeper, Hicks, and Hicks boots it back to center, and the Colts will try to reset from there. 2-0 Comstock lead over Bloomingdale, 8 minutes into the first half. Sun starting to peek out as Bloomingdale able to get into the attacking third. They haven't done this much yet. They get it to the arc, they take a shot, and it goes wide of the net to the right. Shot try coming from Salazar. First time that Bloomingdale's really had a decent look. Shot a bit too much to the left, to Salazar's left, to the right of the goalkeeper Hicks. So now the goal kick coming will not be sent away by the keeper Hicks, but instead by Marcus Cannon. Clock at 31:25 here in the first half, 2-0 Comstock. Rushing into the attacking third with the ball is Seth Ansel. Long feed over toward the near corner. Settling it down is Fernando Placencia. He has it poked away, but out of play, so a throw-in will be coming for Comstock. But first, some subs. Dalton Wilkins, a freshman defender, will come in, as will Kyle Mortimer. He's a freshman midfielder. Miller and Tauby come out for the Colts. Throw-in comes into the box for Comstock, trying to add to a 2-0 lead. Bloomingdale able to clear it out of trouble and get it toward the mid-third. Salazar Pops it past center, looking for a long pass ahead, trying to chase it down at the far touchline is Carlos Garcia. Garcia settles it down about 30 yards out. His pass back is off the mark, though, and stolen away by Dalton Wilkins. Just about 10 minutes into the first half, 2-0 Comstock leads. Stolen back away at center by Bloomingdale. Bit of back and forth right now. Cardinals tap it into the attacking third. Here comes Salazar into the box. Salazar cut off at the last moment. Great job by Kyle Moore getting in front of him as he got into the box. Moore gets it to midfield. Comstock puts it past center, trying to get into the attacking third. The number's not in the favor of Seth Ansel. He had 4 red shirts in front of him, and Bloomingdale takes it back. 10 minutes in, 2-0. Veenhuis and Ansel with the goals for the Colts. They're trading it at center, and David Thomas will come up with it for the Colts. Thomas trying to pass to Ansel, but is booted forward by the Cardinals. Deflected back toward Victor Placencia for Comstock. He'll chip it forward with the left foot, headed forward by Veenhuis. But a couple defenders able to try to send it away. Ansel cuts them off. Now Ansel, great play off the head. He'll bring it on the attack. Past the Veenhuis. He's got a breakaway. Right-footed shot. Goes wide to the right. Goal kick coming.
Number 8, Eric Miller.
Eric Miller back into the game, and David Thomas will come out. Miller, one of the team's captains. He's a senior, also a member of the Colt baseball team. Comstock with a 2-0 advantage, 11 minutes into the first half. Here from Comstock High, cloudy skies, temperature mid-70s on this August Friday evening. The boot from the keeper, Perez, sends it to center for Bloomingdale, but Comstock steals it back. But then it's stolen away by Gustavo Silva. Silva's done that a couple times here for Bloomingdale. He's only a sophomore, but he's a guy who's going to be pretty good by the time he's a senior, just based on what I've seen so far. We're able to get it toward the keeper, Hicks, for Comstock, but he's able to quickly dispatch of the ball. Bloomingdale takes it back. They try to move into the attacking third. A big boot from near center ends up misplayed by the keeper, Hicks, and we're going to have a whistle. And they're going to call a foul against Caleb Harris, who was right there. Hicks had it in his hands. He misplayed it and then got run into by Harris, who had an open shot at the net, but they call the foul, so no luck. So Comstock will have a free kick just in the box for them. 12 minutes in, it's 2-0 Comstock. Jordan Slocum with you for the Slocum Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in. Free kick sends it all the way past the center line, but out of play at the near touch line. A throw in coming. It will be for Comstock. Fernando Placencia, honorable mention all-conference selection last year. The midfielder, a junior, trying to find someone to throw it into. Eventually throws it toward the near corner for Ansel. Ansel's cut off. He has 2 defenders, but Ansel had it back for a moment. Nice work by Alex Sesteda. Comstock able to keep it in the attacking third. Now Fernando Placencia had it for a moment. Dalton Wilkins passes it back for Comstock, and now they'll try to chase it down near the mid-third. I have to take a few steps back because I've got a bee flying near me. There, he flew out the window. We're good. 13 minutes to go. Ball out of play at the far touchline. David Thomas back into the game for Comstock, starting midfielder. And Thomas replaces Fernando Placencia. 2-0 Comstock over Bloomingdale. 26 minutes on the clock in the first. They get it into the box, and a shot try comes from Ansel, but it's easily saved by the sophomore keeper, Gabriel Perez. By my count, his 3rd save of the contest. Booted out to center. Bloomingdale able to get it. Coming along the far touch line is Salazar. Bloomingdale in the red, Comstock in the white and black. They get it into the box, but Cannon able to cut it off in the corner for the Colts. He boots it out toward the crowd, or rather the empty seats out. The far bleachers not being used for this contest, so the ball ends up in the empty bleachers. Got some fans on the near side enjoying the contest. Sub coming in for Bloomingdale, Joanna Zuninga, sophomore forward, checks in for the first time. She'll replace Ricardo Sesteda. Bloomingdale is a co-ed team. They don't offer girls soccer in the spring, so they do have a few ladies on their squad. Out of play, Comstock will throw it back in near center with 25 minutes to go in the first half. 2-0 Comstock leads. Ansel has it, comes across the center line. Good steal. Now Bloomingdale popping it ahead. That was Burmell, was able to get the steal. Now they get it ahead. Here comes Caleb Harris into the box. Harris from the near post takes a shot and scores. Tried to go near post against Hicks. Hicks got some body on it. Or no, he is able to. It did go in, excuse me.
Bloomingdale goal scored by
Hicks got a little bit on it, but it deflected off of his body and into the net from the near post.
Number 5, Zach Tade, and number 3, Fernando.
So it's 2-1 with 25:08 on the clock in the first goal of the year for the Bloomingdale Cardinals. Coming from Harris. So here we go at the far side. Comstock. Ansel brings it ahead. Ansel gets around a defender, heads toward the box into the attacking third. Passes it to the corner. Centering pass into the box. Can Veenhuis get there? He cannot. Sends it wide of the net, and a goal kick coming. So 24 minutes to go here in the first half. It's 2-1 Comstock. Gabriel Perez, the sophomore goalkeeper in the green, boots it away. His team in the red and white. Comstock in the white, black, and light blue. This ball quickly goes back out of play near center, off of the goal kick. Jordan Slocum with you. First broadcast of the fall for me. Still trying to fully learn soccer. Not great at it yet. Thanks for your patience. Comstock has it at center. Eric Miller sends it toward the far touchline at the edge of the attacking third. Zach Taube tries to keep it in play. Goes off the foot of a Cardinal, so a throw-in will come for Comstock. Tossed in off the head of Ansel. Over to Eric Miller. To Veenhuis near the arc. Passes back Thomas. Thomas back to Veenhuis. He's about 35 yards out. Veenhuis has 3 defenders surrounding him. Pass it over to Thomas to his left. And now back out near the edge of the attacking third. Little pop-up by Moore into the box, but into the hands of Perez off of one bounce. The keeper will send a right-footed kick away. Not a very good kick. .23 minutes to go. 2-1. Comstock takes it back. Cross toward the arc. Nobody there offensively for it. And Bloomingdale pops it back towards center. Over at the far touchline. Bloomingdale brings it across center. Long feet ahead. Too far in front. Easily scooped up by the freshman keeper Logan Hicks. Hicks trying to fill the shoes of Mason House, who was an honorable mention All-State goalkeeper last year for Comstock. Near center. Comstock trying to race ahead. Seth Ansel goes toward the attacking third, but he is cut off. Now Bloomingdale, long boot ahead. Here comes Caleb Harris. Harris into the box at the near corner. One defender in front of him takes a left-footed shot, and a great save made right into the hands of Logan Hicks. Good positioning by the freshman. 22 minutes to go here in the first half. 2-1 score in favor of Comstock. Season opening soccer match from Comstock High here on the Slocum Sports Network. Bloomingdale takes it back at center. Cut off though by Kyle Moore. And now Moore will bring it past center. Feeding ahead to Veenhuis. Evan Veenhuis will try to get around 2 defenders. He goes to the arc. Veenhuis has Ansel catching up with him. Veenhuis takes a shot and a diving save made by Perez. Laying out to his right. Right on the edge of the goal box. Good positioning from him. He's only a sophomore. 2 young keepers facing off here in this one. Booted away towards center. Bloomingdale passes to Tim Warden. Warden, an honorable mention all-sack last year. He has his pocket picked by Kyle Moore. Moore races ahead. He goes into the attacking third. Puts it in front for Veenhuis. Veenhuis cut off by the keeper, but he's able to get away, loose and out of play, and we have a whistle. Veenhuis got knocked over by a couple of defenders and the goalkeeper, and he might be getting a penalty kick here. Let's see what the call is. And indeed, that's what we're going to have. We're just about halfway through the first half. Can Comstock make it a 2-goal lead once again? Veenhuis on the penalty kick, trying for his second goal of the contest. He scored the first one not even a minute in. Whistle blows. Right-footed kick to the right and a score. Perez dove the right way, but a perfectly placed ball right on the ground and right to the post by Veenhuis. It's 3-1 Comstock. Second goal of the contest comes with 20:12 on the clock here in the first. He had 27 goals last year. Of course, if he stays healthy, I think he'll probably top that mark this year.
Bloomingdale substitution, number 22, Ricardo Susteta.
Ricardo Susteta is back into the game for Bloomingdale as we get back underway, halfway through the first. Stolen away by Eric Miller, so Comstock quickly regains possession. Cardinals have never beaten the Colts in soccer. It wasn't even close last year, although Bloomingdale's come close a few times over the last couple years. Comstock got to the edge of the attacking third, but a good work by Gustavo Silva to wrestle it away. He boots it into the attacking third looking for Zaninga, but Zaninga is denied. Too many white shirts in her path. Miller tries to bring it across center for Comstock. Bloomingdale denies that opportunity. Near the edge of the attacking third for the Cardinals. Comstock able to hold defensively. They pass it toward the benches. Now they pop it into their bench on the opposite side, out of play. So a throw-in coming for Bloomingdale. 19 minutes remaining here in the first half. A 3-1 lead for Comstock. Knocked back out of play. Throw-in coming near center, the near side for Comstock. Victor Placencia throws it in, trying to get it to his brother Fernando. Out of play. Fernando will have a throw-in now. Puts his hands outstretched saying, where do I throw it to? Now he throws it along the touchline for Zach Taubbe. Taubbe is denied, though, by Alex Susteta. Out of play, another throw-in coming for Comstock. Fernando Placencia still looking for someone to throw it into. Finally puts it in forward along the near touchline. Knocked back out of play by Susteta, but another Comstock throw-in coming, but first a sub. Seth Ansel's back into the game, and Taubbe will come out. Ansel has one of the 3 Comstock goals. A 3-1 advantage for them with 18 minutes to go in the first. They throw it all the way into the box for Veenhuis. He takes a shot and soars it over the net. Now the football goalposts are right behind the soccer goal as well. If this was football and not football, that would have been 3 points. But alas. Goal kick coming here for the sophomore Perez. Clock reads 17:45 here in the first. 3-1 advantage for the Colts. Goal kick sent all the way into the center circle where Kyle Moore takes it away for Comstock. Now the Colts try to get back into the attacking third. Toward the arc, Ansel has it stolen away by Murrin. Bloomingdale got it to center for a moment. Comstock takes it back into the attacking third. David Thomas. They pass it toward the near corner. Taking it into the corner is Seth Ansel. Ansel with the cross, picked up right at the edge of the goal box by the keeper, Perez. They've been keeping Gabriel Perez busy, that's for sure. 3-1 Comstock, 17 minutes to go in the first. Colts take it back from center into the attacking third they go. Over toward the far corner. Miller brings it into the box, has it taken away by Bermel. Bermel just trying to clear it out. He cannot. It's still loose in the box. Popped up in the air near the arc. A collision. No whistle either way. Wienheis gets it for Comstock at the arc. Couple of red shirts in front of him, and they're able to deflect it toward the near corner. Now Bloomingdale will boot it along the near touchline all the way towards center, where it's picked up by Kyle Moore for Comstock. Nice fake out there by Fernando Placencia for Comstock. He passes to David Thomas, but Thomas has it stolen away by Timothy Warden. Warden tries to boot it to center. Colts defenders ready to send it right back. Good work by the junior Willis. Comstock brings it back into the attacking third over toward the far corner. Miller takes a long shot and misses wide of the net to the keeper's left. Another goal kick coming. Down to under 16 minutes to go here in the first half. A 3-1 advantage. Comstock scoring the first 2 goals. Bloomingdale then with an answer. Comstock back up by 2 off of a penalty kick. Colts take it back into the attacking third again. Wienheis takes a shot. Good position by the keeper, Perez, coming well out of the net and sliding to make the save. We're still in play over at the far corner. Wienheis gets it back. Tries the centering pass for Ansel. Big collision in the goal box. It's still loose and picked up by Perez. Perez and another defender able to stay in the way just enough to prevent Ansel from getting the shot off. 15 minutes to go. 3-1, first half, Comstock leads. Ball over at midfield at the far touchline. Willis gets it past center for Comstock, and now here comes David Thomas. Thomas, a long pass ahead, trying to chase it down into the near corner, is Fernando Placencia. Placencia has it poked loose, but out of play, so he'll get the throw in. Ricardo Sesteta on the defense. Comstock brings Teague Rolchin into the game. He's a junior midfielder in for the first time. Rolchin's a junior and also a member of the wrestling team. He's trying to see who he'll replace, and it will be Fernando Placencia. So Placencia won't have the throw-in since he's out of the game. Kyle Moore will take it at the near corner. Moore throws it into the goal box. It goes through, I think, all the way untouched over toward the opposite corner. Loose ball, a couple of red shirts there for it, trying to move it forward. They can't do it, though. Ansel takes it. He tries a shot and goes well over the net and out of play. Now someone has the fun task of going to retrieve the ball over by the flagpole. We've got 14 minutes to go here in the first half. 3-1 lead for Comstock over Bloomingdale. Opening match of the year. Here from Comstock High. Jordan Slocum with you on the Slocum Sports Network. Mostly cloudy skies, although the sun is peeking out. Temperature in the mid-70s here on this Friday. Bloomingdale comes up with it, and now they'll try to get back into the attacking third. Haven't done that in a while. Trying to move forward is Ricardo Salazar. But he's denied. Good work by Marcus Cannon to send it back past midfield the other way for Comstock. Wienheis passes to Ansel. Ansel's about 45 yards from the net. He gets knocked down and loses the ball. No foul either way. Comstock takes it back. But they're denied. Good work by Isidoro. Bloomingdale takes it across center. They look for the long pass ahead, but getting his foot in the way was Willis. Cardinals settle it back down right at the middle of the field. 13 minutes to go here in the first half. 3-1 Comstock. Cardinals moving into the attacking third. Rodrigo Salazar bringing it toward the box. Gets it ahead, but too far in front. Nobody there, and he can't chase it down before the keeper, Hicks, can. So Logan Hicks will pick it up. Freshman goalkeeper making his first ever start, and he just shanks the punt try. Luckily, there were two of his guys and only one Bloomingdale player, and Comstock able to get it. Thomas brings it across midfield for Comstock. Off the right foot looking for Wienheis. Wienheis has to settle it down near the arc. A couple defenders get in front of him. Passes back to Ansel. Ansel from about 25 yards out just sends it backward. Settled down by Kyle Moore. Moore sends it into the box. Ansel takes a shot. Great save. Woo! Gabriel Perez diving to his left. Beautiful. And he keeps it a 2-goal game with that one. 11 and a half minutes remain in the first half. 3-1 your score in favor of Comstock over Bloomingdale. As the Cardinals try to get it into the attacking third, they had it very briefly. But good work in that back line by starting defender Marcus Cannon. Bloomingdale boots it back past midfield. And chasing it down at the far corner will be the keeper Hicks, and he has to almost runs into one of his teammates. They were trying to figure out who was going to take it as Willis was trying to get it as well. It goes out of play. Bloomingdale has a throw-in the attacking third. They try a long shot, and making the catch on the run will be the keeper Hicks. That shot came from about 35 yards out from Silva. 11 minutes to go in the first half, 3-1 Comstock. Colts winning 10-2 when these teams met last year. Bloomingdale's never beaten Comstock, although they've had closer matchups than last year's, of course. Back and forth at midfield. Comstock 19-3 1 year ago. Bloomingdale 4-13. Bloomingdale takes it into the attacking third, but denied by Victor Placencia. He's able to boot it toward the center circle. David Thomas looks to settle it down, and now Comstock brings it past the center line. Seth Ansel looking for a long pass toward Veenhuis, but the backline defender able to cut it off and cleared out by Alex Sesteda. Comstock takes it back at the center circle. Trying to get it past center, and Seth Ansel will be the man to bring it into the attacking third for the Colts. Ansel gets tripped up. Stays on the ground, did not get a call. I think he was hoping for a foul. The officials in the yellow not helping him out. Over toward the far corner, Comstock still with it. Eric Miller tries to pass it into the corner for a teammate, but misfires, and it's out of play and a throw-in for Bloomingdale. 9.5 minutes remain here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we'll give you the scoring recap, as well as look at the first week of fall broadcasts coming up next week with the high school sports season underway. Got some soccer, volleyball, and football all coming up next week. Glad to be back underway. Comstock takes it into the attacking third. David Thomas, the big club on his right hand, passes to the arc. Racing ahead is Moore. He takes a shot. Great save by Perez. Out of play for a corner kick. And this is the first corner kick we've had in the entire contest.
For the Colts, number 15, Alex Kish.
Alex Kish, freshman midfielder, in for the first time. Another freshman, Dalton Wilkins, will check in at defense. Our first corner kick of the contest. Not often you get 30 minutes in without a corner, and they'll just take a little light tap instead of taking the big cross. Veenhuis now tries a big cross, looking for the misdirection header, but the header sent well off the mark by Kyle Mortimer, and out of play for a goal kick. Caleb Harris back into the game for Bloomingdale. 8:20 remaining here in the first. 3-1 Comstock leads. Comstock last year, their first ever BCS Conference Soccer Championship and a trip to the regional semifinal. Colts bring it into the attacking third. Ansel settles it down for Veenhuis at the arc. He tries a shot and goes over the net and out of play. Bloomingdale 4-13 last year. New league for the Cardinals this year, members of the Southwest 10, which has started up this year. 10 schools, although for soccer there is only 6. It's them along with Bangor, Cassopolis, Eau Claire, Hartford, and Marcellus. And they get right into that conference schedule next week. First league game on Wednesday against Cassopolis. Comstock brought it into the box briefly, but it's sent out of play at the far touchline. Throw-in coming for the Colts with 7.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Well, actually, excuse me, throw-in coming for Bloomingdale. Looking to toss it in, and they do. Headed back toward the attacking third, but then punted out by Bloomingdale. But out of play, so a Comstock throw. Colts have 7 minutes here in the first half. Throw-in comes into the attacking third, headed away towards center. Eric Miller looks to do something with it for Comstock, and Silva able to steal it. Silva's had a couple of great steals for the Cardinals. Sends it forward, but too far forward, and Comstock passes it back to their keeper Hicks, who boots it back to center. Comstock brings it across center. Over toward the far corner. Knocked out of play. About 20 yards out. Throw in for Comstock, and also mass subs. David Thomas, Fernando Placencia, and Zach Taube, all starters, back into the game in the midfield.
Number 5, Zach Taube.
Rolshin comes out, as do Mortimer and also Miller. 6 minutes to go in the first half, 3-1 Comstock. Colts throw it into the box. Loose, a defender able to kick it out. 40 yards out, headed back into the attacking third by Comstock near the arc. Loose ball. Still loose. Now here comes Bloomingdale. Trying to bring it across center is Silva. 2 white shirts in his way. Looks for a pass across the field. Unable to make it work. Bloomingdale able to take it back. Rodrigo Salazar. Salazar passes to Silva in the attacking third. 3 defenders around him, though. Numbers game not on his side, and Kyle Moore makes the steal. Back near center. 5:15 to go here in the first half. Out of play right at the benches. Throw in coming for Bloomingdale. Alex Sesteta throws it in. Into Salazar. Passing toward the arc, and now Harris tries to race ahead. Harris at the arc, takes a shot, and sends it right into the hands of Logan Hicks, who scoops it up down at the shins. The freshman goalkeeper boots it high into the air, finally bounces down near midfield at the near touch line. Bloomingdale able to send it back into the attacking third, but nobody there. Harris tries to chase it down, but Hicks falls on it in the box first. Hicks punts it past midfield. 4:30 to go here in the first half. 3-1 Comstock leads Bloomingdale. Over at the far touchline near center, Burmell tries to move it forward for Bloomingdale, but cut off by Kyle Moore, the all-conference selection last year. Long pass ahead. Now Ansel takes it to the box. He shoots, and it goes over the net. Ansel and Veenheis are the 2 main guys they're going to rely on scoring. They have the 3 goals between them. They were second and third on the team in goals last year. Veenheis with 27, Ansel with 11. They have to replace a lot of goals in Mubarak Hassan. Hassan had 59 goals last year, a school record. He was a third-team All-State selection. Back near midfield, under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Comstock sends it toward the far corner, but nobody there for the Colts. The keeper, Perez, will pick it up in the box. Thought about playing it with his foot at first, then decided, I'll just pick it up. We'll be safe. Punts it high into the air. Bounces toward midfield, headed by Placencia. Comstock takes it back into the attacking third. Evan Veenheis takes it toward the arc. Veenheis passes toward the near corner for Fernando Placencia. Placencia tries the cross into the box and into the hands of the keeper, Perez. By my unofficial count, Perez has 9 saves. Under 3 minutes to go now in the first half. It's Comstock trying to hold on to their 3-1 advantage. Bloomingdale trying to get into the attacking third. They can't settle it down, but they move the ball beyond the bench, and now they'll have a throw-in about 30 yards away from the net. Toss it toward the arc for Harris. Harris passes back toward the near corner. Comstock able to clear it out. Silva puts it back into the corner area, though. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. They try for the pass toward the arc. Nobody there for Bloomingdale, and cleared out by Placencia. Veenheis gets it at the center circle for Comstock, but Burmell able to stay in his face, prevent any sort of rush. Now they have the numbers, and Comstock will try again. Racing forward is Kyle Moore. Moore passing to Ansel. 2 defenders in front of him at the arc. Ansel trying to pass it ahead back to Moore. Moore can't settle it down, though, and it's cleared out by Bloomingdale. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Veenheis gets it back into the attacking third, but cleared out by Isidoro. David Thomas takes it back for Comstock. He passes it into the attacking third, over toward the far corner. Near the box, Thomas and Veenhuis. Veenhuis into the box, trying to pass for an open Moore, but deflected out of play, and that'll be a corner kick. Second corner of the game for Comstock. 90 seconds remaining here in the first half. Taking the corner will be the junior David Thomas. Thomas, one of the starting midfielders. He'll take the full big swing, the right-footed cross. Up in the air at the box, it's loose, and the goalkeeper able to get it. It landed about 4 or 5 yards from the net. Nobody was able to get a shot on it. Good job by Perez to spot it the whole way. Down to the final minute of the first half. Comstock brings it back into the attacking third. Over toward the far touch line. Taube misses the pass, out of play for a Bloomingdale throw-in. Cardinals trailing 3-1 as they try to get it back toward midfield before halftime, but Thomas prevents that for Comstock. Pass ahead to Veenhuis into the box. 2 defenders in front of him. Veenhuis gets around one, tries to get around the second, still has the ball at the spot, tries a shot, blocked, shot by Ansel on the rebound, and a save by Perez. 20 seconds to go. See if Bloomingdale can get a rush here before halftime. They're able to get it all the way into the center circle. Warden tries to settle it down, but he's cut off by Kish. 5 seconds left, and they'll just trade it at midfield, and that'll end the first half of play. First 40 minutes of the season are complete. It's Comstock 3, Bloomingdale 1 as we head to halftime. This is the Slocum Sports Network. Jordan Slocum with you from Comstock High, an affiliate of Michigan Sports Radio. Back after this quick break.